This episode is brought to you by Playapod, the best cross-platform podcast app for iOS and Android. Just visit playapod.com and download it for free.
When you were born, the doctor turned around and slapped your mother?
You son of a motherless goat!
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
It looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress!
Hey, laser lips! Your mama was a snowblower!
You stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerve herder!
Recorded in the HFTI podcasting headquarters.
I'll use small words that you'll be sure to understand, you warthog-faced buffoon.
They're just two regular nobodies that can argue about anything.
I don't like your jerk-off face, I don't like your jerk-off behavior, and I don't like you.
From music and movies to daily life and terrible people. You're listening to Here for the Insults.
What did you say?
I'm sorry. Actually, what I said was...
Hosted by Big Matt Fisher and Sean Deakins.
Why you keep me waiting so long? Yeah, waiting round here for way too long. Yeah, the day they came and gone. Guess I'm going to have to wait and some more. Don't wanna wait no more.
Are we on yet, sir? Sounds like it. Bienvenido, and welcome to another episode of Here for the Insults podcast. I am your host, Big Fat Fisher.
Big Fat Fisher? Is that what you just said?
Big Fat
I'm pretty
Fat
sure.
fucking Fisher.
I'm going to check the tape. You flubbed and you said Big Fat Fisher.
Yeah, well, you know, it both work.
Going to the front of the episode. Oh, sorry. Don't do that anymore. Thanks, Dan.
What? Anyway, my co-host, Sean Deakins, and today we have a special guest. Would you like to just go by your
pseudonym?
Your professional name, or
my stripper name.
Inky McStapleface, aka we'll just say Crystal. We'll leave it at that.
They don't need to know my full government name.
Yeah, don't drop the government name. She's a
you don't know me by now.
she's an old friend of ours, known us since and recently hit me up because she had listened to the podcast when we were discussing certain stories from our childhood and such, and hit me up randomly and said how much she was enjoying the show, which is very pleasant because a lot of people don't do that. Actually, almost no one does that.
That was the second person to do that.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was just like, we gotta get her on the show. She said nice things. She said nice things about us, you know. So she seemed interested, and she is a tattoo artist for a living, which I would have already qualified you to be a guest, mainly just because, if you're working in like a cubicle all fucking day, and you just have your kids and your little white picket fence bullshit life. How I don't need you as a podcast guest because probably you're pretty boring.
But you have one for a host.
Yeah.
You don't want to double up, no.
I already got one boring asshole.
Already got one here.
Seats taken.
Yeah. There's only room enough. We only got 3 mics. There's only room for one fucking boring fuck.
Seats taken.
Yeah.
I like that. Forrest Gump.
So she's here to chew the fat with us today, and all that type of shit. I didn't do any show prep as per usual because I gave
it fucking matters because when you do show prep, you don't even read it.
Yeah, I gave it up for Lent.
Yeah, I was wondering, is there like a theme for today or something?
I didn't really think about it, but it is. We are recording. It is the day after Good Friday, and it is also
Jesus is taking a nap today.
Yes, he's taking a little quick cat nap.
Yeah,
He'll be back.
Wake up and eat
He'll be back tomorrow.
in the fridge.
He will be back tomorrow.
I heard he's pushing it till Monday.
Is he?
Yeah.
Shit. He's gonna be late, fellas.
It's also 420, bro.
Who cares?
Yeah, so
I care.
Smoke them if you got them, and such. I never looked into it, but I never understood where the significance of the date or numbers 420 came from to be associated with smoking marijuana.
They're as far as I can
law code
can
420?
remember. No, they traced it back to like some I think it was California high school kids that they got out at a
right,
right
up on it, like
right up.
Yeah,
on it.
exactly like that. Yeah,
I feel kind of dirty right now.
It's all right.
should.
It's when you don't, because then you start to sound far away like that, and then
Gotcha.
I can't edit it properly, so
I'm
you
just
can be
afraid I'm gonna
right on
like,
it.
Listen,
breathing
we
in
all-
the fucking
yeah.
mic all
That-
creepy and shit.
I only
is,
had
yeah.
enough money in the budget for 2 swing arm boom mics.
I'm not used to the pro shit where you can be up on it. I'm afraid that like I'm gonna be like just in my nose or something. but,
This isn't karaoke night, you know.
but yeah, it was like California high school kids, I believe. They got out of school around like 3-ish or something, and then like would meet up someplace at like 4:20 to smoke weed. And then it just got turned into like, the day or something. I don't know. It's like a ton of different stories.
I'd
but-
heard that. I heard something like what you said, like there was some sort of, cop code.
There's all kinds
Yeah.
of shit that always goes around.
Well, now, since recreational and medical has become such a big thing, there's actually also 710, which is, what is that, July? I don't know, I
Yeah.
suck with numbers. But yeah, 710, because 710 upside down, 710 cap, oil cap, or whatever. So, like, it's oil
Oh, that's
day.
a stretch.
So for, like, but, like, to get a second weed holiday in, because you know how stoners are.
Yeah, I
You
was
give 'em
going
an
to say, like, we should have another one just because,
Yeah.
like, we don't fucking smoke enough on a daily basis
no,
and we need a reason.
this one's for like extracts and shit. So they do separate festivals for like extracts, concentrates,
Chance.
things like that. For people
Fancy
that,
stuff.
that really hoity-toity fucking like $60 a half gram fucking like new bougie bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that.
I'm for it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
I totally subscribe to.
Yeah,
Shit.
absolutely.
I just don't like walking around smelling like 2 skunks fighting in a fucking elevator. I gotta talk to people and like.
It's definitely more like kosher socially. You know
Yeah,
what I'm- like I don't think people really even give a shit about that so much because you don't notice it. It's different when like you just fire up a fucking fatty and now
Yeah.
like you have just a cloud of hippie and like
Yeah.
already assumed judgment on you because you walk into a 7-Eleven and smell like that.
Yeah.
Like, I bet they're fucking super fucking high going in there to get like a fucking couple go taquitos.
But I
Which
mean-
I would do 100% sober, as would Sean. Sean is a 7-Eleven food expert.
By the way, big update to come.
Big update
Big
on
update
7-Eleven
to
food.
come.
This
Oh, really?
motherfucker is
Huge
yeah.
update to come.
What's new in taquitos?
Not taquitos.
Oh,
Are you ready?
I feel like this is
Are-
420 news.
Are you ready?
He's the Anthony Bourdain of like the roller grill. Go ahead.
Are you ready? I've been to 7-Eleven for 2 weeks now. I know I said I was avoiding it. I've been dragged back in. There
When I
used to
thought
be.
I was out. They pulled me back.
There used to be one of my favorite go-to sandwiches at 7-Eleven.
The pretzel roll.
No. That's breakfast sandwich. I'm talking lunch sandwich here.
Jesus.
How dare you, Matt?
I mean, I never
You
think
uncultured swine.
I don't think
That's
I've
a
ever made
fucking
it.
breakfast. Anyway, continue.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong out there in the interwebs. There used to be a sandwich. It was the Southwest turkey sandwich. It was turkey, lettuce, and a Southwest mayo.
I don't know anybody that gets like sandwiches like that from 7-Eleven.
It was amazing.
Yeah, that sounds too healthy for a 7-Eleven decision. That's like
Southwest mayo brings it all in.
there's
Flavor,
there's vegetables on that, isn't there?
the profile. It's amazing. The little nuts on the bread. Love it. Love it. So it's not there anymore. It hasn't been there for 2 weeks. It's been swapped out for turkey and cheddar. It's been swapped out for ham and cheese. Boring bullshit.
Yeah.
Boring.
Yeah. I mean, someone somewhere probably said it was like too spicy or something.
That mayonnaise burns my tongue.
Yeah.
Go fist yourself.
Dude, we had a show that I went to just recently. Speaking of like being a big bitch about like, I ordered this burger.
You just stop right there.
Yeah, just-
Being a big bitch.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
They had this that place McAvoy's up in Parkville, right?
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Have you? No, you haven't. No, of course not. So I had it was a burger with Chipotle mayo on it, and dude, I don't know what's going on with my taste buds anymore, bro. I cannot handle fucking spicy anything.
You said that when we did one of the.
Dude, it lit me up. And it was just like Chipotle fucking mayo. I'm like, this is what we're going to. It wasn't a pile of jalapenos on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't like a sriracha sauce.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm sitting there with my eyes watering. My friend of the show, Goat, was there, and he got the same exact burger, and he was like, "Dude, it's not hot at all." I'm like, I ate crabs the other night. We got crabs, and fucking, I had like 3 of them, and like on the 4th one, that little bit of seasoning, I was in misery for like 20 minutes. I don't know what's going on with me.
See, they packed that Southwest mayo on there. Both sides. When you both sides sauce the sandwich, it's fucking heaven.
It's a nice genetically manufactured fucking.
The picture's damn near obscene.
Yeah, I feel like it's in plastic, and that most of the sandwich is also plastic.
See that though? You cannot defeat. Sauce both sides of your sandwich.
That sandwich looks hypoallergenic.
It was amazing.
Like, I don't know.
And I think it's gone from my 7-Eleven.
Well, I mean, why don't you send them a sternly worded letter?
I'm going to send them this entire podcast telling them to go fuck themselves.
You should pick it.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Enough of your 7-Eleven bullshit.
I do have an update on your Ben Shapiro thing, too. I heard you guys talking about that when we were first hooking up.
Oh, yeah, Mr. My Wife's a Doctor?
That guy, yeah. I got a funny, there's a funny story. But anyway.
You've teased 2 fucking things.
Right, so that we keep them to the end of the episode, you idiot.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do have to cut out of here before, like 11.
You said 11:20 was the exact.
Or something.
11:20ish. Okay, we're fine.
Yeah.
We're already. Well, we're not 24 minutes in, but we're 15.
Yeah. Well, let's get more to her bullshit.
Well, I don't really have anything to talk about. So I mean, I'm here for the insults.
Hey,
yeah,
waka waka.
Hamana.
We need somebody on the drum set for the rim shots now. That should just stay here.
Drum sets for the rim jobs.
Yeah. It's the name of Matt's next band.
Yeah. No. Oh, fucking. Oh, somebody said the other day, it was like on a post, that they were like, I guess, like doing the keto thing, and that they were fluid dumping. I was like, excuse me? I'm like, fluid dumping.
I do that 6 times a day.
That's just poop soup.
No, I said I said that my next death metal band is we call just Fluid Dumpster. Fluid Dumpster. So like you've done tattoos for how long now? We're gonna get into that. How long have you done?
Let's see, this year, this summer will make 14 years.
14 fucking years. 14, or is it something?
Quattro di Siete?
No, that's wrong.
I don't know.
My first main question.
14.
Have you had to deal with that? Like doing a tattoo, you're right up on somebody in their skin.
Oh, dude.
How many stinky motherfuckers have you had to tolerate? And how have you? And I mean, I would imagine that you still could be like, bro, you need to like get some deodorant up on you.
So,
because that's always any person that deals with anyone as far as like physical contact. This is another thing. I got a friend of mine whose wife is a nurse, and that's the first time. I'm like, tell me some fucking gross shit, because people are horrible and disgusting. You know.
Considering the listener base, I gotta say, like the smelliest one that I've had, and if you can identify yourself, I'm sorry.
Wait a second, are you going to name a listener?
No, I'm not naming anybody. I'm just saying that he happened to be in a local band that was pretty popular and stuff, but they had just gotten back from tour.
Oh no, that's definitely not Scissor Fist.
They just got back from tour.
They're popular, yeah.
And they had come in, and apparently this dude had been like just sleeping in the van for like 2-3 weeks or something.
Brian Michaels.
Living in a hoodie and all the other shit. So he wanted to get some shit going down his ribs. I lay the bed out, and like I'm giving you the abridged story of this.
Guido.
I lay the bed out, and I can tell you afterwards. And like get him laid out. He takes that hoodie off and immediately just stinks bombs the entire work area. You can smell it from the lobby to the back room.
I know it. Ricky Sponogle.
His friends are giving him shit, and that's when they're like, "Dude, you've been living in a van for like 2 weeks. What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, bro. Can't you at least take like a truck stop shower?
Yeah, just baby wipes, motherfucker. We got green soap and paper towels in the shop. Just ask. What the fuck? I'm a girl. I probably got deodorant in my purse.
That's just him being an inconsiderate cocksucker.
Yeah. So anyway,
I mean, listen. Even if I go to a doctor's used to whatever, right? But if a doctor's gonna be checking my fucking balls for anything,
you're gonna soap it up a little bit. Might spray a little Axe, you know.
Before before I leave the house, yeah. Like, I mean, I'm not going to go hit the fucking gym for an intense fucking 2-hour fucking sauna, trash bag fucking workout bullshit.
Yeah.
You know,
you're not going to let him, like, soak in a salt and vinegar chip bath.
I mean, I know
like,
that he's not going to be all up on him. He's going to be putting a latex glove going like,
yeah.
You know, but, like, still.
You've had that happen recently? But I haven't anybody touched my balls since high school.
No, well, they did used to have to do it when you'd have, like, the DOT physicals. They would do the hernia check, the turn your head and cough thing.
Gotcha.
That was a traumatic experience.
I had this little Indian doctor, real quick.
Yeah, I do too.
I would go get a physical for sports for high school. He never did it. He just signed off on it.
Oh, yeah. He didn't want to touch you.
I mean, that's got to be weird. Your doctor, you're going to touch like a 14-year-old's balls.
Yeah.
If you're 14 years old, you should be playing sports. Like, what are you going to have wrong with you that, like, isn't something majorly wrong with you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You got to worry about it.
I digress.
Yeah.
Go back. Continue.
Stinky people. Continue.
But yeah, so it got even worse than that. So I blasted through the tattoo and like got everything cleaned up. I folded that bed up, all right, and I put it away because like we had a small working space. We usually work with chairs, only pulled beds out when we needed.
Yeah.
Later on that day, needed that same bed.
It still smelled like that funk.
Dude, as soon as you unclick, you know how like the massage tables, they like fold up and clamshell together with those little locking things? Yeah. They're made of that vinyl that seals together. As soon as you open that bitch up, it was a briefcase of stink. Like, it just fucking unfurled into the room all over again. And like, I mean, I hope if like somebody who knows this story or knows the person or they themselves is hearing this, like I feel like we made enough fun of it that day, you know, but like, because when you do that shit in a tattoo shop, this ain't Macy's. We're not going to like just smile and pretend like you don't fucking stink, man.
So did you tell the guy?
You're going to get at least one person rolling through with 2 like cans of Febreze just like flagging in the airplanes with that shit. And like, yeah, it was.
That's terrible. So did you tell the guy?
Oh yeah, no, like everyone in the shop told him. Everybody told him he smelled like beef and broccoli left out in the sun. You know, like fucking like a
beef and broccoli.
Yeah, we don't have Buddha here.
Like a fucking hard-boiled fart. Like I don't know, like. And it's like there's certain times that like certain smells can be funky and good. Like I mean, like I said, I'm a pothead, so most of the good weed smells like a skunk on fire. You know, but like when you got that much like musk, that's a little too much. I feel like that's mildew in there somewhere. I don't know. Like that's...
it's like if you could drive by like a sub shop and you smell like, you know, like cheesesteak and onions going.
Yeah.
Like that's good. But if it's emitting from a fucking person, that's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
And I'm not speaking as if I'm fresh as a daisy 24/7 or anything like that. Like, you know.
Yeah, but you have a little bit of self-conscientiousness or whatever.
Once in a while. I don't know. It depends on the time. It depends. Like, am I going to Walmart? Because fuck off. I don't care.
Oh, yeah, right.
I smell like a fucking onion. Stay away from me. But, like, I do work with people one-on-one, like, up close. I'm, like, up in their fucking grill all day. So, like, I usually have, like, gum and this and deodorant and shit, like, squirreled away so that on the off chance that it's, like, I'm fucking kind of ripe, you know, you can at least kind of, like, subdue it some. Like,
right.
There's an acceptable amount of body odor if you've been doing stuff, but, like...
There's no excuse for that shit. I mean, because I go to like metal festivals.
There's a level of funk you don't reach in a 24-hour period.
And there's like outdoor festivals and shit. And like, you know, I doubled up on the deodorant. I probably smell a little bit sweaty, but I don't smell like straight like there's those people out there that smell like the nastiest kebab on earth.
We just talked about your hippie friends when you lived in that one house.
Oh,
yeah, I was right down the road.
Dude, there's a shower upstairs.
It was inexcusable. Because he would sit on the couch next to me. And like I'm like, yo, get the fuck away from me. I was like, there is no excuse. They were with this place. We're not living in the 1800s, cocksucker. There literally is working plumbing in the house.
Yo, I used to party with those kids until I started getting blamed for the shit they were doing and stuff. Like there's this one girl that we went to high school with that I'm pretty sure to this dying day, like fucking you know, she insists that I took a shit behind this fucking snack bar somewhere in fucking Pasadena. And like
that is funny though.
But I was partying with like, you know, fucking the hippie dreadlock kids, the punk crust kids, the ones that like would keep bottles of piss and cigarette butts in their bedroom for 3 months and stuff. Like I didn't have many friends. I'm sorry. You know, but like but then after people are like, you did that, and I'm like, yo, really? Like look at me and look at who the fuck else was there. Like, are you really pointing fingers at me that fucking hard? Like, I asked them and they said no. And it's like, What do you think they were going to admit to taking a shit behind a snack bar? Like,
why?
What the fuck?
I would.
I don't fucking know. Everybody underage drinking in the park. I don't know.
What park? Fort Smallwood?
Not Fort Smallwood Park. One of
Downs.
those fucking. No, it wasn't Downs. Or was it Downs?
Tic-tac.
I can't fucking remember. Some fucking random soccer field where 16-year-olds were making out too heavily. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, you know what else the fuck
Any
was there
one
to
of
do?
them.
Nobody had smartphones back then. We couldn't just like.
No, boredom existed.
Yeah.
You're not bored. You're boring.
Yeah.
Like,
Right, I'm not going to do it.
like that.
If you're
song.
bored, then you're boring.
Yes. That-
Running up flagpole and see.
I never
Everyone
knew,
looks, but never does.
I never knew. Like, shut up. Okay. Shut the fuck up. I wasn't even really, but like, there is some real fucking truth to that fucking statement, though.
What statement? The boring thing? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like, people that are like bored all the time are usually like the lamest motherfuckers.
Yeah,
like,
fucking set
I don't know
fires. Hail
what I don't know
Satan.
what the fuck. I don't know when the last time I was bored. If you got shit you're into, you'll never be bored.
Yeah.
You know, get a hobby, motherfucker.
Yeah. So, has anybody ever come into the tattoo shop and said this?
It's not a matter. Well, not so much money, but he's got money. I wouldn't want to fuck.
What the fuck was that?
It is a sound,
Exactly.
It is a sound drop that goes longer than that, and it's me fumbling.
Yeah, you know
From
what though?
an-
A
one
lot
straight-
of people. I spent the first 7 years tattooing in Pasadena, so yes,
Oh, yeah?
actually a lot of people.
Where
would
at?
Down at Artworks.
Yeah,
Artwork. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hi, Joe and Carol. Thank you for everything. If you ever hear
I
this,
got that
yeah.
done there by her.
Yeah.
That was the last tattoo. I
How
got.
many games you
There we
watched
go.
last year?
More than.
Fairweather fan.
No, hold on. I was working at Domino's, asshole. So a lot of times I was at work. I still listen to it on the radio, though.
Right. I've only ever been to.
I only watched it until they fucking pulled my man Joe Flacco on. Once they put a man of color on this quarterback spot, I was like, I'm out.
I sold a guy a
Kidding.
Toyota
Sarcasm.
Highlander. He's the owner of Dragon Moon,
Ah, okay.
which is where I've gone. It's
Yeah.
Jacob Pinkney.
Gotcha.
She probably knows.
Do you know anything about Dragon Moon? I before I decided to actually go, because the guy told me, because we talked about it, and I was like, well, I'm going to look him up before I go there and look into it and all that stuff. And they got a lot of write-ups for being like really, really big in the area and really big in terms of safety and everything like that. I don't
Yeah.
I
know.
feel like everybody should, though.
I mean, I know, but
I'm,
they're supposedly they were big enough to, magazines wrote about them.
Yeah, I'm more familiar with like the old head names that were over there, like Mickey and
his parents,
stuff and
his-
everything. Yeah.
The lady was
Yeah.
the one that was always in the articles.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
she's been doing it for so long, and she was like influential when it comes to safety and tattooing
Yeah.
and things like that. I can't remember.
Oh yeah,
names,
no, they
but-
used to be like the only one you could go to in the state of Maryland. Like back before, there was one on every fucking corner. Like,
really?
You know, like in the back of 7-Elevens and shit. Like, hey,
Yeah,
get a
there's
big
one
gulp and fucking get a
everywhere
tattoo
now.
and shit. And like the problem is that in the state of Maryland. I don't know if I should be sharing that. In the state of Maryland, like there's no tattoo artist license. Like the artist takes it upon themselves to do bloodborne pathogens, CPR training, all the things.
But
in
there's
between.
nothing legally making
Nothing
you do that.
legally, no. Like by the time the health department's called in to check on something, it's usually after like a bunch of shit's gone wrong, and usually they can close up shop, change the name, go under different tax stuff, open up in a different spot.
Right.
And like, yeah. So unfortunately, you got a lot of people out there in this state that. Even when people think they're doing the right thing, I'm not going to get stuff out of a house. I'm going to go to a shop, to a reputable person, pay hundreds of dollars to get a tattoo.
You still
and then
might
they
be
get-
going to. Yeah,
Yeah.
you may as well just be going to a house.
It could be a shop that's full of people that literally learned out of their house, you know?
So, do they take on any risk? Because I know you signed that paperwork saying, like, before you get the tattoo, you sign saying you can't do anything about it. if
Pretty
anything
much
goes
when you
wrong.
sign that paperwork, assuming that they have the paperwork filed and everything, if
Right.
they are doing everything to the T and stuff, like on the paperwork it'll say like, yeah, I know you're breaking skin, there's, chance of infection, this, that, the other, which basically lets them just kind of wipe their hands. Like if it crusts up, falls off, you got a doctor's bill and antibiotics and all the other shit, they're like, oh, well, you knew what you were in for. It must have been something you were doing to it. Meanwhile, like he's back there answering the phone with gloves on, fucking like, not cleaning up afterwards. words and shit or something. Like, just all sorts of bad standards and stuff. But like,
and that's surprising because the fact that you guys don't have to get a license or go through
there are states that make you do that, though, I'm assuming.
Yeah, in Virginia, I know that when I went to go for a guest spot down in Richmond, I didn't wind up getting the paperwork done in time, so I really just went down there and observed. But like, yeah, there's all sorts of paperwork, filing, licensing, and everything like that. But then also they were telling me that when they go and do Virginia Beach, because that's a different area of Virginia, they have to get different licensing to do the conventions that are down there in Virginia Beach. So, like, Richmond's different from Virginia Beach, different from this city, and everything else. So, some of it's a little bit, like, and I feel like that's the reason why it hasn't gone through here in Maryland is because a lot of the old heads, and rightfully so, I believe one time they tried to start regulating it, and they wanted to actually tell Dragon Moon, you can't be in this spot that you've been in for the past, like, 20-some-odd fucking years.
Right.
And it's like, well, no, we want cleaner safety standards, this, that, the other, but they always try to tack on they always try to tack on some other thing, like you can't be near a school, you can't do this, you can't do that, you have to do this, and you have to abide by this. And it's like, no, you can't be up my ass about this, because now you're trying to get in regulations from people that have no idea how I do my job.
They're pulling the whole regulation bit, just like casinos and how they say, there's degenerates that go to casinos.
There are degenerates that go to casinos, though.
I'm degenerate. I go to the fucking library.
Well, that's because you got a kid.
It's because you don't want anybody seeing your fucking search history at home.
No, I'm in a library. I'm an
look up
IT
all your
consultant.
fucked up shit.
No, no one sees what he
you
leaves
see what
no
I
trace.
see.
You know all the inside.
Yeah, I leave no trace. But what I was going to say
goes
before
into the
Matt,
library wearing a fucking trench coat and sunglasses,
that reminds me of
little half pants,
I immediately
fucking fastened
think
to
of
his knees.
Jack Nicholson in The Departed when they're doing this handoff of the thing, and Matt Damon's sitting there, and he's doing this, and Jack Nicholson's going, and he's got the glasses on and he's got the hat, and he just stands up in the movie theater. He turns around and he's got this big giant black dildo, and he goes,
yeah.
And Matt Damon's like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Matt
Somebody can see
Damon.
us." And he goes, "I own the joint." I love that. Departed, great movie. But what I was going to say before Matt rudely interrupted my question, it's surprising to me that you don't even at least have health department certifications or licensing, things like that, because even a barber has to go, and that's on the off chance. That's how do they clean their combs? How do they clean their scissors? How do they have to learn about massaging heads because of pregnant women and things like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy shit. And the fact that you're taking needles and sticking them into different people's bodies and you don't have to do that, that's kind of wild to me.
It can be a bit of an issue, but that's why you always want to look for a reputable shop and look into portfolios.
Plug away.
Yeah, Black Lotus Tattoo Gallery in
that
Hanover, Maryland.
Yeah.
Black Lotus Tattoo
How
Gallery.
much did you pay to be on this podcast?
I didn't pay shit.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'll bleep it out.
I'm waiting on the bill. I'm waiting on the bill.
It's the Black Beep Tattoo Gallery.
Yeah.
Big,
Like, what?
Big black dick tattoo.
There will be no free ads here, okay?
Hey, what? I got PayPal, motherfucker. You
No, fucking
revenue.
No. Are you kidding me? You have done more tattoos for more different people than have ever turned on this bullshit.
Yeah, I was like, dude, we have to have her on. I was like, for one, because I know like you're talkative and funny, like she's witty,
Right.
She's not gonna just sit there like, you know.
She's not Dave. That's important.
Well, I like the sound of my own voice, so you think I'm not going to be linking the shit out of this to my friends and stuff?
Exactly, because there's some people that come over here and do it, and it's like it's a chore for me.
Like,
it's like, bro, I just uploaded the show that you were on. Can you give a bro? Can you help her out?
Before we
share
even fucking started, I put up an Instagram post that shared to my Facebook page that I'm going to be on here and shit. Like,
there you go.
Hey, everybody that's listening to this motherfucker,
everybody,
if you want to be on the fucking show or whatever, be more like Crystal.
That's what we do. Black Lotus Tattoo Gallery. We handle our shit over there. We know how to, like, you know.
She did a tattoo on me and it never got infected.
You got a tattoo from her?
Yeah.
It's
I just
still
waved my
on 'em.
arm.
It's still
that's
on
the
him. It
one that
didn't
you
go
did
anywhere.
at Artworks.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Way
Check
back
out
in the day.
Artworks.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Black Lotus Tattoo.
Hey, if you're in Pasadena, you can throw them a bone too. That's cool. Like, I still love Joe and Carol.
I don't know any of them personally.
I left there on good terms and stuff and
Nothing
everything.
wrong with that.
I just don't drive, so I haven't been down there to visit them lately.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's always good. I don't know anything about but I didn't know that. I thought that there was at least some sort of government card that you'd had to attain?
It depends on the area, and like it also depends on like because in our shop we definitely make sure that everybody has their bloodborne pathogens training and have certain standards of cleanliness, sanitary, and everything else.
You don't want to run a shop that's crackheads tattooing.
Yeah,
crackheads.
Exactly. But I mean, when you walk in, you can definitely tell that we're doing shit by the book and actually take pride in what we're doing. Nobody's doing this to put shit up their nose or put new titties on their girlfriend or buy Harley or anything like that. Like we're in it because
if they wanted to, that's their business. I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with that
I don't
either.
judge.
I don't have a problem with that
Get
either.
all the fake titties and put all the shit up your nose you want. Just don't fuck my tattoo up.
I've been looking into getting some fake titties myself and
There
everything.
you go.
But like,
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Get some new tires for the car, whatever. Throw some more miles on them, whatever.
I think I'm gonna get some too. Fuck
so I'm not hating.
That way mine are big enough. Yeah, the miners. I'd rather have mine be more shapely.
There have definitely been some shops that I walked into that looked like a just a drug den.
Yeah.
And like I went into like some over on like the Eastern Shore, someone like the Eastern Shore where it's like literally one of those Amish built sheds that has like a fucking toilet in the back room and like everything's covered in like graffiti and shit and like I'm gonna get stabbed. I'm gonna get stabbed and have my head fucking cut off, and somebody's gonna smoke meth out of my eyeballs here. Like this is not the place that I want to fucking be.
Did anybody?
Where's that shop?
It's no longer there, or if it is there, then it's not owned by the same people.
Because that's not suicide. The family will keep the life insurance policy.
Yeah.
What?
If I go to that shop and get my head lopped off, that's not suicide. My family will get to keep the health insurance.
Yeah,
policy.
but I mean, this podcast would give you this. Yeah, this would be proof that you were pre-planning it, though. So wouldn't that?
Damn it!
Yeah, he gives away all his good.
No, it hasn't been published yet.
Yeah, you can edit
I'll
this
wipe
right
the hard
fuck
drive
out. Be like,
yep.
Edit that out too. Yeah. Did any of the people that were there? Like, there's a bumper sticker I've seen on the Eastern Shore, and it just says like, "There's no life
OCMD.
on the Western Shore." Or like life ends on the Western Shore. It's basically, I can't remember. I know I'm miswording it, but
it's so weird being like called the Western Shore.
Yeah,
it's
they're like, fuck all those people on the other side. Like, I don't know. It's
everybody from this line on over. Like, is that just counting Maryland or like the rest of the country and shit? Like
that they're just upset because there's not as many like fucking farms over here or some shit. I don't know.
There's like one.
That's what I say about the Mason-Dixon line.
It's like no one gives a fuck about this area except for when they're driving through to go to Ocean City. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you got over here other than like fruit snack stands and stuff like fresh lopes, cucumbers.
Yeah.
That's always lopes.
I honestly
can't figure out how to spell the can apart. Lopes.
I hate that fucking bridge, dude. So like I've been to Ocean City maybe like twice in my life, but
you're good.
Like,
don't go anymore.
Yeah, if it requires me to go across that bridge, nah, it's cool. Like but her wedding's over there. You can FaceTime me. I'm not going over that.
Weddings
eat
suck.
a dick.
There was this driver that we used to have at our work. It was this older man of color, Robert, and he was scared of that, like the tunnels and stuff, which is the worst thing. Like, listen, you can be scared of bridges and tunnels, but if you're gonna be like a truck driver, like, you know what I mean? It'd be like you like saying, I'm scared to tattoo the top part of some chick's titty.
I'm scared.
You're probably in the wrong business.
I'm scared of keyboards.
You ever had to? Have you tattooed? Have you tattooed any dudes like close to their junk?
I have tattooed actual dudes' dicks.
Really?
Yeah, I have. It is the worst taffy pulling contest you'll ever see in your fucking life.
That sounds awful,
dude. Like not even Viagra can beat the fucking sound of the machine.
How are you supposed to stretch it so that the skin's tight?
All right, so this is going to be a little bit hard to
what's going on
to
here?
For people that are listening. I'm just folding up this toilet paper here to kind of show you. Like, so say, well, that's giving them too much length. So say this is somebody's little limpy right here.
Yeah.
Basically, I got to like scissor lock it like that and roll it across my knuckles so I can tattoo that part of it because there's no stretching dick skin. Like,
oh my God.
That's intense. Did you know this person?
I knew one of them. 2 other ones were just clients of the shop.
Whoa, she's done 3 dick tattoos.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And I'm glad to retire on that number. So if anybody listeking is like, oh, okay, she'll tattoo. No, fuck you, I'm not. No.
She will.
Reach that quota.
Black Lotus cock tattoos.
Yeah.
Give them a call. They're all about it.
Have you ever watched the guys that do the tricks with their dicks? Have you ever seen that?
Oh, where they roll it up in sticks and lift weights and shit like that.
No, they twist it up. They make like the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, like the hamburger and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
No, that sounds awful.
It's fucking weird.
That sounds awful.
I've seen the ones where they lift weights and wrap it around sticks and stuff, and I
I've
can't
seen that.
imagine the calluses that build up over time. Like,
Ooh,
you know.
it's no longer a silky smooth dick.
When
I couldn't wrap my dick around a Blistex. This guy is fucking turning it into the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he's got a lot of loose dick skin.
Like you got enough dick to wrap all the way around the hamburger bun. Like it's more of a kind of
and
snack dog.
It's a fucking lasso at that point.
Yeah, I mean I feel like that'd be dangerous as shit. Like you black out because so much blood had to go to there to fill that motherfucker up. Like you hear like that, like about like people with like 13-inch dicks. They like mildly black out because how much blood has got to be rushed to keep that boner going.
And it's like
the horrible life. Can we please think about all the people with the giant cocks?
That's what she's talking about, the hamburger.
Oh my
Here's
god.
your step-by-step guide.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like I feel like there should be like, you know, some sort of donation type thing or something for the excess dick that's unneeded on these 13 inchers or something. How much dick do you need?
Can you donate a little bit?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I could use another inch or two over here, bro.
Yeah, just something.
I'm going to give you the instructions now, so if you'd like to play along at home. Step 1, place the testicles on your fingertips.
Yeah.
Step 2, roll the penis between the testicles. Step 3, turn on a 90-degree angle. Step 4, squeeze the testicles and hold like a hamburger.
I can tell you what I'm not going to do tonight. That ain't going to happen. But I don't, my dick has its purposes, and making balloon animals out of it ain't one of them.
I gotta wonder, does that increase circulation like yoga, or would that fuck up circulation and make it like limp in the middle, so then you got like a nunchuck dick or something? like that's got to break down some tissues if you're bending and folding in ways that it's not supposed to.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's good. I don't know. It's like now, may I ask, I know that you probably can't get like too specific. What do you tattoo on a fucking dick?
Why can't she get too specific?
Well, I don't want to I don't know. Maybe somebody doesn't want to know that. I don't know. I feel like if you get a tattoo on your dick, you're going to show everybody, right?
If you say property of a name,
no, I've never done names or anything like that. I feel like it's always an ego booster. It's like, this one dude got was it Bonsai Bill from Mario? So like the tip of his dick just looked like a World War II bomber with the angry face on it.
That's pretty funny.
Another dude got like a scorpion with like the stinger coming down to his dick and everything. And then the first one that I ever had to do, I didn't even do the original tattoo. It was done by another person that worked at the shop when I first started there. Like literally my second day there, I was sitting in on watching a dick get tattooed. Like 19-year-old me, just like, is this what I gotta fucking do?
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to the job.
Sink or swim.
Yeah, so like, but apparently he needed to finish the tattoo because they didn't finish before, but she was no longer there. So, as the person that was most recently starting at the shop...
Time to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, as an apprentice, you can't really tell the mentors no on anything at that point in time. So, I'm in there drilling white highlights into some Japanese waves on this dude's dick who got it all sleeved out in, like, some fucking Asian influence type thing. Like, you know the background to, like, koi fish... and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen this dude in like the 13 and a half years that I've been tattooing.
Swirly waves.
Yeah, but like, so all that minus the koi fish. So it's just like dick waves.
So how close have you ever gotten to the balloon knot?
The balloon knot is territory that I refuse to tread.
You won't tattoo buttholes?
I've tattooed butt cheeks, ass cracks, and everything else in between. You know,
but
like
going right for the
You know, there's just certain places that I don't feel are copacetic for a tattoo. You know, because I mean, no matter how much you clean it afterwards, it doesn't negate the fact that you just shit on an open wound.
Yeah,
you know, baby wipes can't fix that. You know,
I mean, I've seen I've seen pictures. You know what I mean? I've seen like there's a couple porn chicks that got like their
I guess it goes to say that like there are anal tears and stuff anyway. You know, it is your own shit. I guess I don't know. Like there are arguments to it. I just don't want to be tattooing somebody's butthole. Like I feel like after almost 14 years of doing this shit, I think I've reached at least the part that I get to say no to a butthole. You know, like
it's like
tattoo a lot of stuff.
I'm a tattoo artist, not like I feel like there's just I don't.
You've been dating 7 days and you want to get her name blasted on your neck while she gives her number to like one of the other guys in the shop. Go right the fuck ahead, you know. But like
anybody that gets like their significant other's name.
Yeah,
on them,
you want to get a whole back piece dedicated to Motley Crue. Like, be my fucking guest. Go for it. You know.
Hey, listen, if you're gonna do that, you have to get the most recent picture of Vince Neil, though possible.
Yes, where he looks like
there's not enough back.
He looks like the Yeti from like the fucking Christmas movies and shit.
Meme, dude,
Quit sending me the shit.
Yeah. Hard. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude.
That like the video clip of like their show somewhere where it's like he's only pronouncing like one word out of the thing. He's like,
yeah.
Wow.
Well,
like,
I feel like also if you're going to get a Motley Crue back piece, you have to go to the dirtiest place possible to get it, just to get hepatitis C and make it more authentic.
Yeah. You gotta go to the
yeah,
Tommy
you know, because
Lee
are you
house.
a real fucking fan if you're not Hep C? You know, like
I never got into
Hep C is
Motley
A
Crue.
plus.
All right, so we're getting to that time. What was the favorite tattoo you ever did?
Favorite tattoo? It's hard to narrow down.
It doesn't have to be your best.
Doesn't have to be my best. Ooh.
It's just your favorite, because the next question is what's your best?
Favorite one, the one that everybody is all like, oh my god, is I tattooed a dick butterfly on the butt cheek of a transgender woman. Yeah.
That was a nice ass, though.
Yeah.
Remember that? I remember when
Wait a second. So did you just say you liked a woman's ass or a dude's ass?
Listen, it doesn't matter what was on the front end of it. I remember when the full picture was posted.
She's a nice lady.
That was it was a nice ass. It was a nice big fat ass. It doesn't matter what. Everybody went nuts over that picture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Like, I mean, to the point, like, it was getting overboard.
Right.
Like, you know how dudes can't control themselves. I mean, like, I might have liked it and said hubba hubba or something like that, but then you'll have, like, motherfuckers, I'd eat all the corn out of her shit or whatever, you know? Like, just people that go overboard with it. Dude, it was a nice ass.
But yeah, that
what was your best tattoo?
My best tattoo? I mean,
like the one you look at and you say, whatever it is, technically, color, whatever. What was the one that you think would be graded the best tattoo you've ever done?
You know, I really got to give like some sort of politician answer to this shit where it's like, you know, hopefully
I like every one of them.
No, hopefully I'm going to continue getting better. So, I mean, even my best one now, I'll probably, you know, not think as grandly within a few years and stuff. And like, I don't know, it's one of those things that like I like a lot of them and shit, and it's just it's one of those things that me personally, I'm terrible. Every artist is their own worst enemy, their own worst critic. I think
not him.
After 14
no,
years,
I'm not a hard
He's an
critic.
artist.
Even
He's
after
the best
14
at
years,
everything.
I like look at what like my peers are doing, and I'm like, I suck. I fucking suck. You know, like I still have those moments. Like even though I have people that have been getting tattooed by me through my entire career, you know, and like blow me up every chance they get and stuff. It's just one of those things that I'm just like imposter syndrome, like a motherfucker, man. Like one day they're gonna realize I suck. You know, like,
right? I get that. That's just being, you know, like you said, the whole like worst self-critic, but.
That and I smoke too much pot, so I'm really like not trying to hold us up as I roll through the Rolodex of my memory, trying to think of every last fucking tattoo I've done over 14 years.
Right? It's like you're fucking my goddamn shit up. Like, art, no matter what form it is in, is all subjective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end, the main thing that you can do is just like create your own lane.
Well, it's like
you know what I mean? It's like, here, this is what I do. This is what I'm good at. I may not be good at what, you know.
Like I don't do realism in portraits and stuff because I've never had an interest in it. I like doing cartoon stuff and everything. You like my cartoon stuff, cool. But if you're gonna grade me next to this person that's, you know, recreating Renaissance oil paintings, I suck.
Yeah,
you know?
it's all subjective. It's like, you know, it's like I scream in a local heavy metal band. I can do that pretty well. I'm pretty confident in my screaming, right? But like, don't hire me to like sing at your fucking wedding or some shit. Like
the wedding.
I might fuck that up. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you hear this voice? Does it sound like I have like the pipes of an angel?
Butterfly kisses. Just singing that daddy-daughter dance real fucking slow.
Butterfly kisses.
Was that your rendition of Butterfly Kisses?
Yeah.
Butterfly Kisses.
It sounded like one of like the guys, like the hillbillies on South Park. Butterfly kisses. Like, yeah, that would be good. I'd rather listen to that version.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar.
I don't know anything. I'm so getting.
Oh, just thinking of the South Park. I remember eating syrup sandwiches and crime allowance. You know, like when it was.
I don't think I saw that
where
one.
they got like the rednecks to replace Alexa.
Took
our jobs.
Oh
yeah.
When he's got like the one that he's got. Like,
he just pulls the guitar out and starts strumming. Yeah,
he's got like a phone book like right here, like a little.
Yeah.
They're like, whatever happened to people jabs? Yeah.
I only remember one thing from South Park, and that was, they're headed right for us. Let's slim down their numbers. The hunter guy.
Yeah.
They were like told they can't shoot deer and they can't hunt deer anymore unless they're being attacked or something.
Oh, Christ, dude, you're going like really old.
I was.
Yeah.
This came out when I was in high school.
Yeah, I was about to say that's like early. Yeah, I watch entirely too much television. I sometimes worry.
I keep up on South Park. I try to keep up on South Park.
I sometimes worry what the fuck I'm gonna see when it's my time to head down the tunnel. You know how some people see like dead relatives and family memories and shit, and your graduation and shit.
Shows you
I'm gonna be watching the same fucking Family Guy reruns that are playing as I fall asleep. Like it's just gonna be that same tired bullshit as I go off, shuffle off into eternity.
Probably.
The fuck? It's gonna be a Colgate commercial, some shit.
I just got back on board with the South Park shit though because I have Spotify and you got Hulu now for free for having Spotify Premium.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal. I mean, the Spotify's $9.99.
I already get Netflix free from T-Mobile.
Well, I pay for that shit like a chump.
I'm getting ready to kill cable.
They had that.
I paid $300 for 7. Oh, I got a text from 7-Eleven.
Yeah. See
hey there, valued customer.
Yeah, dude, fucking the speaker turned on and heard you ranting and raving about that fucking sandwich, so 7-Eleven wants to reassure you.
Don't forget, there's still time to unlock free Pokemon stuff with 7 rewards. Help find missing Pokemon now.
That's exciting.
My day is ruined. It's ruined.
There was that episode, and there was that snippet. I know Matty just shared it. I guess it's like whoever makes like Game of Thrones or whatever, and they have that part where they have the choir in there.
How many episodes?
Yeah.
Like we know.
How many episodes of Game of Thrones have you watched?
Not
You?
one.
Oh, every single fucking one. Like
I cannot fucking stand it.
Like I'm honestly going to be heartbroken when it's over because like me and my husband started watching this show back when we first started dating. Like that was we're hanging out for the weekend. We got Sunday together. What do you want to do? Let's settle and watch Game of Thrones. Okay,
GOT and chill.
Yeah, like fucking they start fucking, you start fucking. It's a pretty good time. But like, yeah.
When the public likes something too much, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I cannot get on the internet and see all the bullshit.
It's the same reason that I never watched Walking Dead because everybody...
Well, Walking Dead turned into a heaping pile of shit, Like the first couple seasons were all right.
You know what I watched last year?
What's that?
I watched it last year.
What's that?
Sons of Anarchy. Because I couldn't watch it when everybody was pulling their fucking ball bag over their head every morning.
Yeah, see, I couldn't get into that because every asshole wanted to go like buy a bike and ride it wearing white tennis shoes.
I just want to ride on the back of Chris Hunnam's bike.
I know one person, like they were never into bikes.
It just fucked with me seeing.
Now he's in a fucking MC and everything, and I make fun of him for it.
Is this the guy that broke his lawnmower in your backyard?
Maybe.
It just fucked with me seeing Peggy Bundy as a biker bitch. Like I kept in my head like
that
the
was
same
weird.
as how I couldn't get into Breaking Bad because it was Malcolm's dad cooking meth. I couldn't get into Sons of Anarchy because I just imagined
Breaking
that
Bad
like
was so good.
I just imagined. Oh yeah, no, I got into Breaking Bad eventually, but I just kept imagining that like Peggy went back to Wanker County and got involved in like a fucking.
I had that same feeling about her in that show because I think it was because she didn't have enough of a role where she was able to transform herself out of being Peggy Bundy. Whereas Breaking Bad, you might have felt that for the first 2 or 3 episodes, and then after that, Walter White had completely sucked you in.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference between those two characters.
I need to give that show another watch. I know I already seen it once, but it's been forever.
I hate to be that person, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah,
we squeezed you in, and God love you for coming in here. You have like a.
Hold on. I got one question left, real quick.
Yeah.
Where was he when you got here?
He was awake and right at the front door.
Bitch.
I didn't even have to knock.
Bitch.
Okay.
Bitch.
Did not even have to knock.
I was just wondering. I'm glad that he respects somebody's time in this fucking world.
Just not yours, motherfucker.
To be fair, this is my first time over here. There's no numbers on the house, so like I had to wonder if I even had the right houses.
He was asleep the first time I got here.
Yeah, but I mean, like, this is, I don't know, fucking, I feel like it's a courtesy thing.
I was being a gentleman.
I feel like maybe let it be, like, 2 or 3 more times over here, and I'm going to be, having to fucking knock and stand in the fucking rain.
He was asleep up until 5 minutes before we had Ricky Rockman on the fucking show.
Goddamn right. I have more respect for you for a guy than the guy that used to host Headbangers Ball back in the 80s. So, Take that as you will.
Honestly, I did not want to have to get up this morning. Like, I actually woke up and painted my face to look like a human, even though this is audio, just because I knew I had to go to work right after and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I woke up and I'm thinking to myself, like, fuck me, man. Why did I agree to do this? I'm a tattoo artist. I wake up at, like, fucking...
Right. Well, it's just... The only reason is because I wanted both of us to be here.
Yeah,
Honestly, though, following this today, even though he bitches about my recording skills, like, if you want to come over and just chew the fat...
And I'm down to shoot the shit whenever. Like,
I'm more than happy to do one-on-ones. Just he's the one he lives out of state and all that horse shit. So
yeah.
We kind of the schedule is what the schedule is.
I live over the Mason-Dixon line where life is good.
You live in Pennsylvania where they film the road and everything is gray and depressing year-round.
No, I live in the 7th largest retail district of Pennsylvania, and I got fucking DoorDash now. I'm gonna die.
Boy.
I got Red Lobster delivered to my front door last night.
It's the end.
It's still Red Lobster.
I saw your Facebook.
I got boiled seafood delivered to my door last night.
Wood-fired. Get your lobsters and your shrimp wood-fired, not steamed or boiled.
I saw your whole rant last night. One person, you were like, I'm going to have fucking diabetes and a heart condition. And one person says, I hope you don't have to go through that.
I said...
And then you responded with like a 5 to 6 paragraph drunken tear on this poor bastard.
I said, brother, I got permanent sock marks in my ankles. And I don't know. I said I can't stand for more than 4 minutes because my sciatica goes nuts. I'm pretty sure my chest is squeezing my heart every morning, and I can't remember. That's why I had my kid early.
Sean obsesses about his own fucking death.
Not here for a long time. Here for a good time.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yep.
Go ahead. Give a look-see-do here before we go out.
Dude, I don't give a fuck about your feet.
Good. Look at it.
I mean, at the very least, it was Red Lobster. He doesn't do like my fat ass and DoorDash Taco Bell, you know?
What's wrong with it?
I'm paying an extra like $10 to eat like a $3 chalupa.
From your other one?
No, it's because I got new fucking shoes, you dork.
Oh, I'm like...
Because you ragged on me for having those green and white Reeboks.
These boys and their shoes, man, I swear.
No, he had these yellow ones, and they were like yellow plaid colored. They were the ugliest fucking sneakers. And they were worn out. And I haven't said anything about them forever because I just kind of accepted them.
No. See, once people come out of your ball bag, you're allowed to wear whatever the fuck you want to be a public embarrassment. Like, that's just how it works.
I get that, but like, I remember we had to coach him up when I took him into public, and he hadn't been in public in a long time. He's like, I don't even own jeans. All I own is work pants and sweatpants.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
I was like, you're a 33-year-old man. You can figure out how to fuck to dress yourself.
I have trousers, suits, and sweatpants.
You got jeans
Plug
now.
your shit.
Yeah, plug away one more time, and then you can get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
I know, I'm killing the episode.
Again, it's Inky McStapleface, and I'm from Black Lotus Tattoo Gallery down in Hanover, Maryland. So come check us out. We got 10 artists on staff, 2 piercers. We got
what are you
15
selling the
people.
other people there for?
Because they're
Fuck
my
them.
friends. They're my friends and my family, and I care about them if they're listening and stuff. But I only care if you're listening, God damn it. You're supposed to be involved in what I do outside of work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyways.
All right.
Yeah, speaking of which, I got to go to work, so I'll catch y'all later.
Thanks. Now you plug your shit.
All right, man. Well,
Just kidding.
He just cut my mic off.
And I want to look him straight in the eye, and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no-good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?